All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So today's topic is going to be maybe a little controversial because typically when we create content, we either like to be very sensational or we like to keep it very positive, very upbeat. And typically, of course, my theme is usually very upbeat, very focused on the positive and how there's always an upside to whatever might be happening. But I thought today, for a change, I'll focus on a different aspect of what it is to be a healer, what it is to be a coach, or of course a healer coach like me. So as I was getting ready for today's pod, I was thinking of what is the theme for today, and what popped into my mind is doubt. So let's spend a little bit of time together and explore what it means to to deal with doubt. And is doubt really the devil, or is doubt really something bad? Because maybe there's something powerful that we can discover together from this. So let's dive in. So as I was getting ready, I was just thinking about, and of course there's been a lot of programs that I'm creating at present, and we're rolling out with the workshop on the weekend. In fact, we're talking about healing money trauma, and even in the work that I've been doing now with my clients, with my students, pretty much every single day. A lot of the work is focused on having those financial breakthroughs, on working through who you are as a person, what's your identity, and of course what are some of the habits that keep you locked away from being your best version. So in all of this, what came to me was that, of course, when we look at doubt, the question is, what role does doubt play in all of this? One thing I can definitely say is that if, let's say, let's put it like this: if you're really wanting to get ahead, it's very normal, it's very natural to experience doubt pretty much on an ongoing basis in the initial phase. And something that you'll notice is that initially, when you have a lot of doubt, a lot of self-doubt, and you start to project that on others, you start to wonder, is this work what you're supposed to do? What if it doesn't work out? How are you going to pay your bills? There are all of these questions that we wrestle with, we tussle with every single day in the initial phase. And something that will happen with time is that over a period of time, you will start to notice that doubt starts to recede. As it starts to reduce, you'll notice it's because you have filled in that space with, firstly, of course, you've let go of the doubt, and you filled it in with a knowing that you have. Sometimes this can be in, you kind of like things just click, and you have these, maybe these downloads that you receive, and somewhere inside of you, you feel that, okay, you know what, I've got this. And so when you start to have more of those moments of the I've got this, you'll notice that you're far more, at peace, and you're able to, of course, go about your day with a lot more, like as they say, with a lot more pep in your stride. And as you start to do this, you'll notice that you have less and less moments of self-doubt. Having said that, of course, there will be a lot of times where the self doubt will return. It's almost like saying, maybe now you're starting to live in this new version of you. And from time to time, you might find yourself going back to the older version of you. And something I want to point out is that it's totally normal. I myself have, over these last 2 decades of the work that I've been doing, I've also had many of these moments. I've had these phases, and even today, there will be moments where I kind of, dip into that self-doubt, and uh, I really wonder, will will this work out? Will this program or whatever it is that I'm working on, will this project work out as I wanted to? But as I start to hear myself, in my case, I start to hear myself, that's when I kind of get that nudge that it's time to connect in again to really believing that yes, this project will work out. Yes, this program will be a success. And the more I start to step into that, the more I start to steep in that, the more I start to believe. And when you start to believe, then you'll notice that doubt starts to kind of fade away. And this is something that you get to experience literally for the rest of your life. So, as always, like I said, I step in here to kind of reflect on life. Sometimes it's a little more introspective, almost like my digital diary, where I'm, writing it and you're seeing me write it. And of course, there are days like today where this is more just an introspection for you, because I'm sure, in your journey, especially if you just started off, there will be moments where you kind of have that self-doubt and where you're wondering, will everything work out? Like I see other people having success. Will you be successful? When you have these kind of thoughts, this pod is designed to hold that space for you so that you can be self-assured or rest assured that everything will work out. Having said all of that, of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. Before I go, just a quick reminder, if you like this kind of content, if you feel connected to me or message, then there's a lot more of this. We do a lot of live programs, and every Monday and Friday, the eye hypnosis live experiences happens. And this is, of course, our complimentary program where you can come join us live. You get to meet me live, you get to meet members of our community live, and you can explore different themes every single week on Monday and Friday between 6 and 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And as I always like to remind you and myself, those who pay attention. So we have 4 tracks. The first is, of course, our um, foundation program, and this is a 3-day process. It happens on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. And we also have a batch on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. These are, of course, a way for you to step in and start to go deeper, start to explore more of your own, your own inner thoughts, but more importantly, to work on your identity. Because if you're intending to be, a thorough uh, healer, coach, it's so important to do the inner work. And this is a process that will help you do that. So this happens, as I said, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in the mornings. One of the aspects that we look at is really defining your soul identity. And we also focus on toxic habits and how you can change, literally reprogram and rewire your uh, beliefs that you have. And lastly, and most importantly, we also look at our money breakthroughs. So these are topics that we explore in depth. And if you want to go deeper, we have a 3-month process. This is the advanced program. So this happens on the same schedule, but literally over the course of 3 months. And this is a renewable membership. And lastly, of course, if you want to go into learning the skill, or like literally what I use when I help you process your feelings, your stories, your experiences, that is something that I teach you over a 90-day process. And this is, of course, our mastery program. Last but not the least, if you are looking to be mentored or coached by me, there are a couple of slots that open up from time to time. So you're welcome to reach out, and you can definitely ask me for more details. This is, of course, our personal coaching program. And apart from this, of course, we have a lot of recorded programs. So that is something that you can also take advantage of. And as I said before, if there's any way in which I can help you and we can help you in the community, please do reach out and let me know. As always, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.